dingo fence. It's a 5,000 kilometre long fence. It's the longest fence in the world.
It began in 1859, a quiet decision, almost insignificant. A wealthy settler named Thomas Austin released just 24 European rabbits into the wild, believing a little sport hunting would make Australia feel more like home.
We're releasing the rabbits on Christmas Day, and we shall go out and hopefully shoot them all.
Nobody imagined that this small act would spiral into one of the greatest ecological disasters in modern history. Within just a few decades, those 24 rabbits multiplied into hundreds of millions, consuming vast landscapes like a living tide of destruction. The unstoppable plague. Australia watched in horror as fertile farmlands turned barren. Grasslands, once rich and alive, became deserts of dust and bone-dry soil. Farmers begged the government for a solution. High-tech plans failed. Poison traps and mass hunts, nothing worked. The rabbits bred faster than anything humans threw at them.
Well, I've had a lot of requests from station owners in the northern areas for rabbit fleas to release.
The embarrassing solution. Then came an idea so simple that many called it embarrassing. Build fences. Just fences. Not walls of steel or concrete. Just wire and posts, stretching across empty horizons, like lines drawn by a desperate hand on a dying continent. Experts mocked it. A fence? Against millions of rabbits? But when a continent is bleeding, you don't wait for perfect solutions. You build with what you have. And so, Australia began construction, not of one, but 3 colossal barrier fences, stretching over 8,000 kilometers, longer than many international borders.
It's longer than the Great Wall of China, but maybe not as well built.
Nature's reset button. These fences didn't just block rabbits, they forced nature to reset. Behind them, grasslands began to breathe again. Soil healed. Native species returned.
On this side of the fence, we're able to grow sheep because there's no dingoes to kill the sheep. And on this side of the fence, they mainly grow cattle because cattle can cope with dingoes.
It wasn't instant, it wasn't glamorous, but slowly life began to fight back. Kangaroos, bilbies, and rare marsupials found safe zones where rabbits couldn't reach. What started as a desperate line of defense evolved into a strategic wildlife revival system, one now studied by conservationists around the world.
The new section of the dog fence will cost $25 million and take 5 years to build.
The monument of humility, the fences became more than barriers. They became time machines, preserving ancient ecosystems that would have vanished under the weight of invasive species. Scientists realized something profound. Technology isn't always the hero. Sometimes, patience and persistence build walls stronger than steel. And in those fenced-off lands, Australia discovered a secret. Once nature is given a shield, it knows how to heal itself.
The state and federal governments have each chipped in $10 million, and the sheep industry has provided another $5 million.
A rewired destiny. Today, those fences are not just structures. They are monuments of humility, proof that humanity doesn't always need to conquer nature. Sometimes, it just needs to step back and protect it. The world, once laughing at Australia's silly fences, now sends researchers, journalists, and conservation teams to study what is now called one of the most successful wildlife protection experiments in history. Because in the end, it wasn't just a fence, it was a line drawn between destruction and preservation. A wire fence that rewired destiny.